It has sown a natural body. It has raised a spiritual body. If there's a natural body, there's also a spiritual body. Here's the problem why we can't understand these things. There's a natural life in this life, and then there's a life to come. There's a spiritual. The reason somebody says, well, if you believe in, Big Bang Theory, evolution, something. By the way, those theories all teach how life progresses, not where it came from. Because you ask the person, say, that believes in evolution, somebody says, well, where did the first amoeba or whatever come from? Well, they'll turn right around and say, where did God come from? Well, that's a good question. But here's the problem. If you believe in all these other theories, what you're doing is looking at the natural. And therefore, every answer that you come up with has to come from one world, from the natural. You've got to be able to find out the origin of life from what you see, hear, and experience. However, God says, no, there's another world altogether. There's a world you can't see, and it's called the spiritual world. The Bible talks about angels and demons and all these things, and Christ being in heaven, sitting at the right hand of God. There's a throne in heaven. There's a whole new realm here that we can't see, that we can't understand. That's not even a possibility. If we were in that, we can understand a lot of things, but we're not in that today. But he says, it's so naturally, the things that are just do not have the answers. But there's also one sown spiritually that will have the answers. And said, Church of Corinth, the reason you cannot believe in the resurrection is because they're spiritually discerned or figured out. Well, Paul says this. He says, be of good courage, I say, and prefer rather to be absent from the body and be present at home with the Lord. The moment